So today we're once again gonna talk about the playbook, the dating playbook, or something for man. I don't know what it is called. I'm actually very sorry. But yeah, anyway, with that being said, hello, welcome back to the next episode of the Self-Development with Tactics podcast. And yeah, once again, I do want to point out, just because I'm always forgetting about it, if you're watching this YouTube video, there is a podcast, which means that, at least at my point of view, it is a way more efficient way to go through this episode and to consume whatever I have to say, period. Because listening to something means that you can do something besides that. If you're watching something, then you're probably, unless you're just having it in the background and whatnot, not able to do something simultaneously. But it is amazing because, multitasking. It's nice. People say you can't do that, but I think when it is about listening to something, then you definitely can do so. So how to physically escalate with women, and it is definitely something that I could have gone through yesterday as well, but yeah, I don't know, once again, I just don't understand myself. But yeah, anyway, different types of physical escalation. The first one is platonic, then we have dominance, and then we have relationship. Platonic, close proximity, arm touching, shoulder touching, lower back touching. Dominance, picking up the girl, spinning her, grabbing her hand, kissing, dancing. Sexual, touching her hips, her butt, her thighs, and or breasts. I see, but I don't know. Well, anyway, relationships, holding hands, arm around each other, sitting on you, cuddling. Go in that order. Oh, I see. Well, well, yeah, kinda. There is an interesting story, and I kind of am trying to talk about it in a way that we don't understand who is meant or who I'm meaning. On a certain trip, I think I'm already starting it very bad. On a certain trip, there was, one of my, I would actually say best buddies. Yeah, I'm actually kind of, yeah, I can say that. There was a girl sitting on him. He has a girlfriend. She was sitting on him, and it was very strange. Because why? And I thought, it kind of makes sense just because it is a relationship thing, apparently, as just he's pointing it out. So, yeah, it is strange, especially when you are in a relationship and stuff. But yeah, period. So yeah, really go in that fucking order. One of the most enjoyable things you can do, girl, when you first meet her that elicits a positive response is to reach your hand out like a handshake and spin her. Really? I don't know. I believe that a lot of women are not going to expect that. And I don't necessarily also think that everybody knows how to fucking spin. But yeah, so another is the hand clasp, almost like taking an oath. Then when she reaches out, clasp and hold hands and bring her close to you. What does clasp mean? Ruth clasped his hand. Grabs, grip, clasp and hold hands and bring her close to you. Hand clasp. Well, anyway. Then stay close, have a conversation for a minute, then do a spinning hug from below her waist, then remain close with conversation. Then do a spinning hug. Is this a link or is it? No, it's not a link. What is a spinning hug? Anyway, another fun thing is a Walch dance type thing where you put her arm around your neck and go. And most often, or just, when you're dancing the Walzer, as they mean it, just because I think it is a German dance or something, an Austrian, I don't actually know. There's the Vienna Walzer, I guess, or waltz or whatever. I am actually quite certain. I'm not sure. Anyway, the thing is, yeah, I think it is a good thing. Dancing is cool. Apparently, a lot of women like dancing, and yeah. Chapter 5, closing. Remember that nothing will happen unless you make it happen. Figure out her logistics and proper questions about where she's from and what she's doing in the future so you can try and set something up at a later time. Ideally, you want to get intimate with the girl as soon as you can. You want to establish yourself as a lover, not a provider when you're escalating with women, as they'll get intimate faster than with a provider. Yes, which I think makes sense. Keep in mind a lover can switch to a provider role, but rarely the other way. Make it a habit to lead her around the venue so that she gets used to following you, so that leaving with you isn't a big leap of faith for her. make it a habit to lead her around the venue, okay? So that she gets used to following you, so that leaving with you isn't a big leap of faith for her. Well, I think it is a big heap of faith for her. Well, anyway. Always aim to have an adventure with the girl you like first and stretch the night out as long as possible while ending up at an isolated location such as your place or her place. The number is never the main goal and it is not a piece of social validation. The phone number is just a tool to help you continue the adventure at a later time. Hey, let's exchange phone numbers really quick in a commanding voice as if you're talking to an old friend. You should have the add contact screen on your phone open and hand it to her, which will increase compliance dramatically and reduce friction. If she is hesitant, you can give her a 10-second elevator pitch so she can get a better idea of who you are, what you like, and something funny or quirky to reduce any type of tension. Even if she decides not to, just bow out gracefully, as there are many factors out of your control. And yeah, I do believe that when it is about rejection or getting rejected, it is quite all about the mindset. Like, okay, I was rejected 25 times today. Does it mean that I'm a bad person? Does it mean that I'm ugly? Does it mean that whatnot? Not necessarily. Like, really not necessarily. Chances, there's chances for quite everything. There's chances for actually never ever in your life having a girlfriend. But the chances are so fucking low that it is almost like zero, I guess. Well, it depends on who you are, though, on some conditions and stuff, but yeah. Anyway, let's move on. How to go from getting her phone number to the first date. I just thought that I forgot about something. Well, anyway, I'm just saying a lot of anyways today. He almost always does this via text, rarely ever calling unless they are already dating or an existing relationship. Do not text girls to build a relationship with them. It doesn't work like that. You will never text your way to a relationship. A phone number is just a tool to communicate the adventure you had when you first met. The best way to build a relationship is in person, when you can communicate verbally, non-verbally, and physically escalate. Texting a girl forever and ever does nothing except reduce your value over time. Which, by the way, I do believe is really the case. And I've seen it, I believe. And I might have also seen it just the opposite way. Like, even though, I do have to say, you can get really comfortable with this person, which makes it maybe pretty good when you're then meeting. But I believe that, yeah, you need to meet and you need to be able to communicate verbally, non-verbally, and also physically escalate, as just he points out. I think it's just extremely fucking important. Really fucking important. Period. That's it. It's important. The rules of texting. 4 things that need to happen before the first text. You know her name and she knows yours. Go for longer interactions with the girl. See it a reason to text her. Use the we statements and questions about food and her favorite places to go eat. Stay around at least 1 minute after getting the phone number. Don't collect phone numbers. Stay around at least 1 minute after getting the phone number. Collect solid interactions and connections with women. 3 things to always be doing when texting. Flirt, be authentic, and just have fun. Keep it simple and straightforward. Handle logistics and set up the date. 6 things to not do. Negative things, being unclear. Closed statements that leave her with nothing to easily respond to. Too many emojis. Long paragraph texts. Rule of thumb, keep a text length the same as hers. I see. Texting late at night or early in the morning. Yeah, because nobody wants to fucking reply there. The goal is to reduce the amount of friction by having solid directions and only giving her valid texts and not giving her a reason to not respond. And by the way, this is something that I also thought about. Like, the best way if you're texting with somebody, is to really have low friction. If you assume and if you kind of give this person too much room in the sense of thinking and also I think actions and stuff, then the possibility is just going to be there that this person is not doing something about it. And this is not necessarily what you want to have. So it's difficult. It really is. And it makes sense. Just reduce the amount of friction there is in every single just way possible. Meaning, it is about, I don't know. Yeah, indeed, I think the length does matter then. How you're writing does matter. What you're writing about does matter. Of course, you could be just always asking something. You could always be just really trying hard to get a reply. But yeah, it's like, yeah, okay. Yeah. How to add value through texting and always get a response. Flirting. I see callback humor from the interactions. Memes, gifs, and also pictures from what you're doing. Creating a nickname for her works well. Always think and ask if your text is adding value or taking away. Referencing something you see that in your first interaction is very effective. Even after adding each other on social media, don't transition to messaging there, as it is a downgrade. Send your value-giving text from Tuesday to Saturday. Use Sunday or Monday evening to set up logistics for a date that week. I see. Setting up the date. The easiest things for him has always been in this order. Happy hour, yogurt, coffee. What? The easiest things for him have always been. Things have, well, anyway. Your first date should always be one-on-one. Avoid social events before you even establish anything between the two of you. Template, hey, let's do something fun that's less than $20 this... You're probably gonna say it like this, hey, let's do something fun that's less than $20 this week. It is in brackets. It's not called brackets. I always forget what the round ones are. But please do that. Hey, let's do something fun that's less than $20 this week. Notice he's not asking to hang out. He's telling her what they should do together. Yes, indeed. Don't be like, let's just do something together once in a while. Be like, well, do you want to do this and do you want to do that with me? And yeah, the problem is if she says no, what should you do then? And I'll be like, okay, then let's go to the cinema. And if she's like, no, I don't like the cinema, then okay, just let's not do anything then. But yeah. Reduce friction and give her two options to pick from for time. Example, cool, I can do Tuesday or a Wednesday evening. Which one works for you? Lock down logistics at that time, such as, cool, let's do 7 p.m. at this place. Continue to send value and text. Value add text in between until the date. On the day of the date, probably be sure to send 1 to 3 value texts between 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. 2 to 3 hours before the date. Give her an update on what you're doing and referencing the date. Arrange the date at a place where you would have fun with her. Bring her into your world and be in motion doing something fun. After meeting her in about 30 minutes to an hour, start walking around in a fun and busy social area like a shopping center, park, and mall. Do you have a wide variety of things to do with nice views? What, after meeting her in about 30 minutes to an hour, start walking around in a fun and busy social area like a shopping center? It is also good to have some fun stuff in your trunk or games for spontaneous fun. He always pays on the first date, but never over $25, and usually under $10. If you ask a girl out, you pay, bottom line. Dinner and a movie is too serious, possibly boring, and can't have a good conversation. Yes, definitely. Because eating, even though I thought dinner is actually pretty good, movies are fucked up, because you're just fucking watching the movie and that's fucking it. You're not doing more, you're not doing less. Yeah. This is something you can do with your girlfriend, then it is a cool thing. It really is, even though, okay, you're still not talking. Anyway, but I don't know about dinner. I think dinner is pretty cool, but it might just be too cliche. Might be like, yeah, just let's go for a dinner. It is what it is. But I don't go for a hike, maybe. Yeah, I know something, like it really depends on the person. If the person is really active and stuff, then yeah, why not go for a hike? Why not, whatever, like there's so many things you can be doing that are good. But yeah. Great texting cannot solve bad interactions. All dates must be fun, adventurous, interactive, doing something, moving around, ideally close to where you live or generally close to your place. On the first date, assume you're starting over even if you were kissing when you first met. You're not her boyfriend. Always try to sit next to her so you can be close and touch her. He recommends changing venues at least once. Once you're together, focus on building comfort, getting to know her, and being physical. Okay, full conversation starters. Tell me about what you do for a living. What do you enjoy most about it? What were you like in college? If money weren't an object, what would you do? What would you want to do or be? Scenario 1. One plane ticket to anywhere in the world, where would you go? What book would you bring? What movie can you watch over and over again, and why? Favorite way to spend the weekend? Troublemaker or good girl growing up? Boldest thing you've ever done? Guilt pleasure TV shows? Would you like to be famous? Doing what? What would make a perfect day for you? At the end of each question, be sure to answer yourself to share more about who you are and stay on the topic for a while instead of just jumping around. These are pretty good questions, you know. The problem that I'm often seeing also with myself is like these typical like, you know, how you're doing, what are you just up to, and fucked up shit like that. Like nobody, also when it is about texting, like I just only talk about texting there. Because if you're in person, then it is a little bit like, I believe that it is easier since it's like, you know, what would you do then? You know, what would you do with the money and stuff? But yeah. Should I also go through that? No, I'm not going to go through. Next time I'm going to go through how to kiss on a first date. Yeah. So what we're going to go through. But I'm going to highlight this bit there. This big bit. And yeah, with that being said, I wish you the best health of happiness and all success, and also hope that you're going to remind yourself and you're going to be remembered. This basically means your legacy basically means just being a nice person and being remembered as a nice person, which is a pretty fucking cool thing. 3 other questions that I have you are why are you here? What are you trying to change and what is bothering you the most? These 3 questions are hopefully going to show you a purpose and maybe even a business idea, which is a pretty fucking cool thing. Yeah. One other question that I have you is, what could you essentially say to another person that is really indeed going to change their life? Because I believe that we all can say something and that we all can share something that is indeed going to change somebody's life. And yeah, with that being said, I'm hopefully going to see you next time. Please stay healthy and safe. And I do also hope that your family is healthy and safe. And yeah, bye-bye.